All right, everybody, it's another feeding video. You guys liked it, you loved it, you asked more of it. So we're gonna do another feeding video. I do realize we're probably getting flashes in the video again. That turned out to be my refresh rate. I have to figure out another way to go about this. But in the meantime, something's better than nothing, I suppose. First up is my little man, Petey. He is awake and out. I thought maybe he would be hiding. He already seems to know what's going on. Oh, he's over here, sorry. He is actually looking for the mouse. I think he heard the tongs. He is my biggest snake. He gets the biggest mouse. I'm actually going to hand feed him today so you guys can kind of see. Oh, he is way too excited. Hold up, Betty. Oh, hey. This is actually a little bit more excited than he normally is. Here we go. Sweetie. Oh, of course we missed it. It is so hard to do this in video at the same time. But he very eagerly took his food. Much too excited. Kind of all over the place. He knew it was coming. And that is just about down. He'll be down here in just a moment. Normally I know I would not feed him when he's that excited if he was a little bit more passive. To be safer. Hi, buddy. But I had to pay attention to him more than the video. And so I'm sorry you guys missed that. We will try that again though. Maybe on a day he's not so crazy. He is looking for more. If you guys haven't seen his full enclosure, this is actually what it looks like. We've got some nice, lovely plants. This is crassula. I just found out that even though it's a succulent, it dries out pretty quickly. That plant right there is going to be replaced. We actually have a replacement over here. That is also a succulent. That's going to get replaced. Well, we did a little bit of cleanup here. Got rid of some of that, I think it's aloe, that had rotted. You can kind of see it there. I'm leaving it there for our isopods to clean up. A little meal for them. And then that is Hawthoria. This plant has several pups. I've tried to separate them, but I just decided to put it in there and thinking that Mr. Powdered Donut over here, who is still looking for food, chunky boy, but I thought he might enjoy that. I don't know that it's going to get much bigger. I haven't done much research on the plants themselves, but I am starting to identify them better, learning what is what. I'm going to let him get out of the way. I'm going to give him back his igloo because he has an igloo for a hide. He smells the mice right here. He wants more. Not happening, buddy. You're a chunky boy. You don't need to be too chunky. Love you. All right, next snake up is Mr. Toffee Man, aka Mr. Hissy Man. I'm gonna grab, I think that's the second biggest one. He's the smaller one. He's my smallest of the three. He will get the smallest fuzzy. Oh, it looks like we're not gonna get too pissed off. Well, we're a little pissed. Hey, buddy, you know your food's over here. Yes, I know you want it. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll let you have that. So he's a little weird one. It's attitude about everything, even if it's food. But then he's easily convinced it's time to eat. Let him work on that. There's some more mice. Sorry, bud. More mice right outside his enclosure, so he might think it's still eating time too. But we made easy work of that. He also got an enclosure upgrade. That plant has been there. I thought it might start to rot. It's actually doing pretty good, just not watering it. There's some more crassula. These plants actually make little tiny flowers, which turn to seed, and that's how they propagate. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some flowers at some point and some seeds so I can get more. And You got a little extra hide, stick to climb. While they are terrestrial bound creatures, they do seem to enjoy climbing up on branches, not too high, but just enough. So the next one up for feeding, maybe I gave him the bigger one. Next one is Parfait. She also got an upgrade. Not too long ago, she was actually trying to dig that up, which hognoses will do. There's a little tunnel right there that she created. They'll try to dig up their enclosure though, so it's always good to give a new enclosure about a month to kind of settle, let the roots spread out and take over and get their grounding before you try moving anybody in. I have a feeling, however, she is most likely underground. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get her out, so I may just have to leave her food, but let's see if she is under her water bowl. Just kind of looking for some movement. I honestly think she's under here somewhere, maybe even under her log, under the soil. So I don't think we're gonna get to see Parfait eat. But she also got an upgrade. She's got one of these little multi-hold things to climb through. Her little dog toy right there. They like it. They love kind of weaving through it. And this plant is a jade plant. She is a heavier snake. I actually weighed her today. She's just 1 gram shy of being 60 grams. Which means she kind of knocks off these delicate little, if you call them petals, they're needles, whatever. So I have a feeling she'll probably end up destroying this pretty quickly, unfortunately. But she was super excited when I put it in there. She's climbing all through it, checking it out. Leaves makes good ground cover. They can get under them and hide. She's actually been hiding under some of them, just kind of sticking her nose out like, you can't see me. No, honey, we can see you. And she too got a stick, little branch to climb all over. She has been enjoying it. So unfortunately, we are, oh, I thought maybe I saw her nose. Nope. Oh, I see part of her body. Let's see if we can convince her. I found her. She's behind this log over here. So let's see if we can get her to smell. Maybe we'll tap her with her food a little bit. If you look, now it's going to focus on that. Let me give her a little tap tap with the tongs. Tap tap. And oh, there she is. Let's clean this off real quick. There we go. Hey, pretty girl. Look what I got for you. Look what I got. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, and there we go. Now she has shed since the last video. In fact, we had a couple shed. Canby shed, and I think somebody else shed. Look at that girl go. And we're not too worried about her getting dirt on her food. Some of it will knock off as she's eating. And then in nature, they get dirt on their food. Just as long as you're not using bigger particles. Chips, I would imagine if they were to swallow chips, it could give them an intestinal blockage. Oh, look at us. There we go. We're gonna try to grab that from you, baby. There we go. Oh, I know. We didn't like that, huh? Look at them. That's what I mean. She likes to climb through those plants. When we are looking for more food, we smelled that our food was on that rock. The answer is no. I know I was supposed to feed them yesterday. I actually wasn't feeling too well, so it got put off till today. So their next feeding day is going to be Friday. Lily will be home. She can hopefully help me record this so I can focus on the snakes and not getting bitten. You guys can see better. All right, next up, Bisky. We also got an upgrade. Look at this. We got this awesome plant right here. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like a branch though. He has enjoyed climbing all over it. I had to figure out which snake that would best fit with because I figured the bigger ones would just crush it. Now, he may have actually done better with that jade plant that she is currently... We are still looking for mice. Whoa, we are super looking for mice. She is looking everywhere. Hungry girl. But I think her fuzzy is good enough. This guy, again, we're still giving him pinkies. He's going to get 2. I've got a bigger pinky here. He'll get... He's hiding back there, and there's a little group of plants. There's a whole bunch of pups on that plant as well. That I thought about maybe separating. I just decided to put it in there. I figured he'd enjoy the variety, the multiplicity of the plants. His crassula I found was actually pretty dry. I think it's dying. So because of that, I decided to increase that plant's watering. So we'll see how it does, because last time I tried watering, I think too much, it just kind of flattened out. But either way, it's flattening out and not looking as nice as I would like. Oh, stop it, Missy. All right. Mr. Bisky, little Biscoff, he is facing the wrong way, which could be a problem. Actually, I think he is under his soil. So I'm going to give him a tap tap. I might grab his tail here. Boop. Oh, there he is. There he is. He is down here. Bisky. See if I can entice him to can't really see him there. Trying to entice him to come on out. There we go. There we go. There he is. Oh. We've got our mouse. Let's see if I can pull my arm out of there while he tries to figure out what he's doing. There we go. It's a little bit better. Now he enjoys hanging out in that group of plants. So I'm very happy. Went to a local farmer's market, kind of local, but they had, the typical tropical plant vendors, but they had one gentleman who had a lot of succulents. Unfortunately, on the way there, a whole shelf of them froze. So I wasn't able to pick up some ones that I really liked, but I'll definitely be checking him out again. Biscoff's just kind of... Let's see. Can we see him? Kind of blocking the light here. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna let him work on that, and we will go feed the girls. All right, so at the rack, first up is going to be tiramisu. Oh, she smells it. Well, she's happy about me messing with her enclosure. She's kind of just spinning around. Yeah. I think we're coming out the back. Let's see. I hear her. All right, let me poke her a little bit. Poke the dragon. Oh, I see her face. You see her face? Oh. Oh, and she's going into blue too. We're in zombie mode. So both my girls are in zombie mode right now. They may not eat. We're gonna see if we can convince her. She smells it. I may just have to leave that here and let her decide if she wants to eat it or not. Often they won't eat when they are in blue. Look at her, she's so big, she's out the other end too. And I'll leave that there. She can be, hi sweetheart. She can be difficult to feed though. She's a, you're sweetie. Are we gonna try? I don't think we're gonna try. You can see how her eyes are opaque. She's having a hard time seeing. But just in general, they tend not to eat. Makes them more vulnerable to predators. I imagine having a full stomach is not the way we want to go either. Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I will leave you alone. I am sorry. Now let's get a mouse for Claire. So she is also in blue, deep in blue. I know last feeding we thought that she was getting ready to shed. She's taking a little bit longer. With her, I have gotten her to eat in the past. Well, she is shed. Oh, there's that face. Hi, pretty girl. In fact, I think her eyes are a little bit less cloudy today. You're hissing. We are irritable. There we go, sweetie. Well, let me put that right there and we'll see if she comes and gets it. Now, these two are probably going to get upgraded. I don't like Aspen personally. I've heard stories about these Aspen, how do you call them, chips, shreds, whatever, impaling their snakes and getting infected. She's actually going out the back. You can see her tail over there. She's a long girl though. There's her head. I don't know that she's going to eat, but we're going to leave it here. If she doesn't take it in the next moment, we're going to leave the mouse here overnight, see if she'll take it. If she doesn't, then he'll be thrown out in the yard to decompose. She's not very convinced. But I was saying is Aspen chip mixed things. A lot of breeders like it. Another issue that is well known with it, and we're kind of facing that with Tira, is her water dish splashed, got her Aspen wet. Which puts it at risk for molding. Now, ideally, I'd like to have her in the same kind of substrate as the other snakes, ones with the nice enclosures. Eventually, I'd like to build back out their enclosures, and hopefully we can find a lamp with a bulb that will fit under their shelf. The lamps that we had just weren't adequate enough to keep them as warm as they should be. So they got moved into the rack. And because we are housed with some Pueblo milk snakes, we got to keep it a little bit cooler than they would like and enjoy. But it is still warmer than they were in. All right, let me go get the Pueblans mice and we'll be right back. Actually, I think Biscoff should be ready. Oh, excuse me, mister. Excuse me. I shorted him a mouse, but he'll be okay since he did get a larger pinky. I miscounted. I hear you. I am so sorry. I am too close to your home. I know you want to murder me. Aren't you just a cute boy? Hello. No, you would murder me in my sleep. I'm sorry. I still love you. Next up, the Pueblans. Now, she used to hide under this nice piece of cork. Oh, she is there. Let's see if I can get her out. I think I might have to uncover her. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. She's popping her head up in the back. Hello, miss. Look what I got for you. She's a good, oh. She's normally a good eater. We're checking out what's going on. There we go. Oh, she struck it. Sorry, I was holding on to it too tight. Would you like to try again? She took it. That officially belongs to her. You cannot take it back. Sorry, sweetie. Okay, I'm sorry. It might have been a little bit too much for her. The interactions, I feel bad. I did take it back from her. I lied. I lied to you. Where you at, pretty girl? Let's get some of this gunk off of it. Hopefully she's not under the enclosure or under her substrate. Oh, she is. Okay, I see she's in the back right now. Let's see if I can pull this out just a little bit more. There she is. I'm sorry, pretty girl. Here you go. Let's try this again. Would you like? Okay. That is hers. She's going to take it to her secure spot. I think she might be trying to constrict it. I don't know for sure. She's kind of just wiggling around. Maybe getting into different positions so she can eat it better. We are going to give her her privacy, since I already took her food from her once. All right, let's do Millette. Let's say she's probably the second biggest one. Now, I haven't weighed them because they are super flighty. Let me see. Sometimes, I don't know if you can see, she's actually hiding right there. And that's where she's been. I've had to kind of poke her, check on her. We know she shed since the last feeding video. I think she shed the day after. But we are going to go ahead and leave her little mouse right there. And she can come get it when she wants. Last up is Maz. He is my smallest. So he is the smallest mouse. Now for him, he is normally under this water dish. True to form. That's where we are. I just don't know that I can convince him to eat. In fact, I think he's taking off. He says, nope, I don't want any part. Oh, hello. Nope, he's gone. He said, no thank you, ma'am. I am out of here. So, trying not to get a whole bunch of dirt on his food for him. But we will just leave that there. He will come back. He absolutely loves being under there. Underneath his water bowl. There we go. And on the way, he'll probably find his mouse and eat it. All right, last two are going to be the ball pythons. Their mice are still thawing. They probably got about another 10 minutes or so. So we will be back here in a few. All right, time for the ball pythons. So this first one, she is a pretty good eater. It's Tahiti. She's hiding in the back. She's a very scared little baby ball python. We're very careful with her. She's a spider. She has a harder time finding her food, striking, but she's a good eater and she's already interested. So we will probably, she's checking it out. I try not to move it around too much to make it easier for her. There we go. You let her know she's killing it. Doing a good job, pretty girl. The spider, and I've talked about it before, spider morphs for ball pythons. They have it's not a neurologic, it's actually inner ear canal malformity that causes issues with balance. Now our big girl Milano doesn't have too much issues with it. This one does though. When she gets excited, she starts to corkscrew a bit. Even just kind of trying to get away from us because she's still a very scared snake. We corkscrew. So we're very careful about how we work with her. We do want to work with her and hopefully she will become a wonderful, handleable snake. But right now, little amounts of time, not moving around too much. She still tries to get away, very flighty. But we're hopeful. So that just leaves Apollo. And Apollo is a snake that we're watching. He's a sweetheart. He can be a little scared too. But his biggest issue is eating. We get interested. We follow our mice around. We might chase it a little bit. But he's not one to strike at it. Let's see, he's checking it out. He smells it. Now technically tastes it. But him taking from tongs, even taking just from a drop feed perspective, we've had a lot of hard time getting him to eat. But what we found, and he's not coiled up right now, but when he's coiled, we put it on top of him. He's hissing right now. He does not like that. But we put it on top of him when he's coiled. I don't know if he thinks it's in his way or what, but he'll eat it then. Right now, we are not about that life, though. I don't think we know that we're a snake and we eat mice. He's checking it out. We can taste it. Difficult feeder. And there's worse. We haven't had to force feed him, and I hope we don't ever have to. But just trying to figure out what works for him. He is not about the tongs. He is more of a drop feed guy. I'll go ahead and cover her up, and we'll see if he will hopefully take it on his own. Bye, dude. But there you have it. Another feeding video. Milano is not included in this time. She did get fed last weekend. She's an every other weekend snake. She's a great eater. I thought she was a little chunky. She's probably not a little bit chunky. She's probably right where she should be. Every other week's working great for her. And she also is coming out of shed. She started shedding today. Hasn't been the greatest, so I need to increase her humidity. But the two hog noses here in the rack are shedding. Let's take a look. See if they've eaten. I don't think they have. Nope. Claire has not eaten. Tira, my most difficult hog nose to feed, also has not eaten. And I don't expect that they would, because being in shed, it's not likely, but we'll give them a chance. And if not, again, we'll take it out tomorrow. You can actually leave them in there about 24 hours, then they need to be tossed because they start decomposing, growing bacteria. And they'll be tossed again into the yard to give nutrition. All right, we will see you next week with another feeding video and maybe even a bonus video of what we do to prep for our our zoo. Have a good one.